Let's say you're running a pizza delivery business and you would like to know how fast your delivery drivers are, or maybe how long your customers are waiting on a typical day for their pizzas, or even the most common waiting times. All of these can be easily calculated using measures of center, also known as the measures of central tendency. Let's see how that works. Welcome to Leap, where you learn once and remember forever. If you're new here, I am Deepika, a mathematics educator based in Melbourne who tries to make maths AE, AP as easy as possible. Let's get into the video. The measures of center involves the mean, the median, and the mode. The mean is the average of the data set, which gives you an overall idea of the data. The median is the middle value of the data after you arrange the values in increasing or decreasing order. The mode is the most common repeated value in the data set. Now let's try to understand each of these in detail by applying them in our context of pizza delivery time. The data that we require for our context is the delivery times. So here we have got the pizza delivery times for 7 recent orders: 22, 18, 20, 25, 30, 22, and 27, all in minutes. Let's try to find the mean of this data. So to find the mean, we got to add all these data values and then divide the answer by the number of data values that are present. So mean equals 22 plus 18 plus 20 plus 25 plus 30 plus 22 plus 27 divided by, we have 7 numbers here, so divide that by 7. The sum of these values is nothing but 164. We divide that by 7 and we get 23.4, which is in minutes. So this is the mean data of the delivery time. Now let's move on to finding the median. So the first step is to either arrange these data set in increasing or decreasing order. The reason why we arrange them in order is because if the numbers are in random order, the middle value can be any number. So we cannot find a middle value with random set of numbers. So we are going to now arrange this in increasing order. So starting from the lowest number, it's 18, and then 20, 22, 22, 25, 27, and 30. Once you have arranged the numbers in increasing order, you need to find out the middle value from the data set. So you know there are 7 numbers here. So 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So the fourth value is your middle value. So you can see that 22 is the middle value. So you can write that as median equals 22 minutes. Now mode. Mode is the most frequent value, which means the most common repeated value. So you can see that in the given data set, 22 is the most repeated value. So that means mode equals 22. That is it. So the mean here is 23.4 minutes. It says that that's the average time that the driver takes in order to reach the customer, which means that is the average waiting time for your customers. Median is 22 minutes. That's basically the middle value of the data set. And the mode is 22, which means most common waiting time is 22 minutes. Now let's consider a slightly different situation. Let's say the number of orders is 8 instead of 7, and one of the order values is 100 minutes. Let's try and calculate the mean, median, and mode for this data. So as usual, mean is the sum of the data set. So we have 22 plus 18 plus 20 plus 25 plus 30 plus 22 plus 27 plus 100. And now we have a total of 8 values, so it is divided by 8. So the sum total here would be 264, When you divide by 8, you get a value of 33 minutes. So this is the mean of the data. The next thing to find is the median. So first let's arrange the data set in its increasing order. So that gives us 18, 20, 22, 22, 25, 27, 30 and 100. So we have all the 8 numbers listed. Now the middle value here would be different from the previous case. In the previous case we had one middle value because there were 7 numbers, which is odd. But here we have 8 numbers, which is even. So when we have even number of data, there will be 2 middle values. So which is 8 divided by 2, 4. So that means the 4th value and the 5th value are the middle values. So I'm going to underline the middle values here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4th and the 5th. So these two are the middle values. Now to find the median, we just need to find the average of these two numbers. So median equals 22 plus 25 divided by 2. So that gives us 23.5. So 23.5 minutes is the median of this data. The next thing is to find the mode. So the mode is the most frequently repeated data. Again, 22 is the most repeated data here because we did not change any other number. So mode here is 22. Let's have a close look at the mean, median and mode values in this situation. The mean value here is 33 minutes. But when you look at the data set, most of the values are between 20 and 30. But the mean here says it is 33. Look at the previous case. In the previous case, we found the mean value as 23.4, which is kind of relevant to the data because it lies somewhere in the middle because the median value is 22 and it is close to the median. But in the new situation, we can see that 33 is way higher than the median value. Do you know why this has happened? This has happened only because we have an extreme value of 100 in this situation. So this 100 has basically dragged the mean value to the higher end, which makes it 33 minutes. So here, mean is not the right measure of center to be used. The right measure of center here would be median. The reason why median is the right measure is because median does not change based on the values. Median always gives you whatever is the middle value in the data set, which is here 23.5 minutes, which makes more sense, which is more center of the whole data set. These type of data sets where you have an extreme value either lower or higher is called as a skewed data set. For a skewed data set, the best measure of center is always a median. Now let's try to interpret these results. The mean value here is 33, which is way more than the median value. And this has happened only because we have an exceptional value in the data set, which is 100. Let's try to reason why that 100 exists. Now for that 100 minutes to exist, there are many possible reasons. Maybe for that one order, the driver assigned was lost and he could not find the address of the customer. Or maybe he was hit in the traffic. So you can give whatever possible reasons you think is valid for it. And the next thing is the median value, which is 23.5 minutes. That is basically the average amount of time taken by the delivery person to reach the customer. So on a typical day, a customer would wait for about 23.5 minutes to receive their pizzas. The mode here is 22 minutes, which means the most common waiting time in this set of data is 22 minutes. I hope you were able to understand what is mean, median and mode and the most appropriate use of each in different situations. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'll get back to you shortly. Thank you for watching.